Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. In today's episode, we are going to show you how to make the recipe for a very hearty doner with bone marrow and juicy steak. This dish is perfect for any special occasion or just a cozy night in. The ingredients are simple and easy to find, and the best part is that it's very easy to make. So even if you're not a skilled cook, you can still make this dish without any problems. Now, before we get started, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss out on any of our future videos. Also, if you have any dietary restrictions or allergies, please be sure to take that into consideration when making this recipe. And now let's get started. The first thing that we need to do is prepare the bone marrow. To do this, we will need a large pot of water and a generous amount of salt. Bring the water to a boil and then add the salt. Once the salt has dissolved, add the beef bones and reduce the heat to low. Now, we are going to simmer the beef bones for 1 hour and 15 minutes. This will ensure that the bone marrow is cooked through and will make it very tender. While the bone marrow is simmering, we can start preparing the steak. To do this, we will need a sharp knife and a cutting board. Cut the steak against the grain into thin slices. This will make the steak very tender and will also help to make it cook more evenly. Once the steak is cut, set it aside until we are ready to use it. After the beef bones have simmered for 1 hour and 15 minutes, we can remove them from the water and let them cool down a bit. Once they are cool enough to handle, we can scrape the bone marrow off the bones using a spoon. Be sure to get all of the marrow off the bones, as this will add a lot of flavor to the dish. Now that we have the bone marrow and the steak ready, we can move on to the next step. In a large skillet over medium heat, add the bone marrow and break it up into small pieces. Continue to fry the bone marrow until it is well browned. This will add a lot of flavor to the dish. Once the bone marrow has been fried, we can add the steak slices to the pan. Continue to fry the steak until it is well browned on all sides. This will ensure that the steak is cooked evenly and will also help to lock in its juices. After the steak has been browned on all sides, we can add the onion slices and continue to fry them until the onions are nice and caramelized. This will add a lot of flavor to the dish and will also help to balance out the richness of the steak and bone marrow. Once the onions have been caramelized, we can add the garlic and continue to fry it until the garlic is nice and fragrant. This will add a lot of flavor to the dish. At this point, we can add the tomato paste and continue to fry it along with the other ingredients. This will help to give the dish a rich, deep flavor. We can also add some salt and pepper to taste at this point. Next, we will add the beef broth and bring the mixture to a boil. Once the mixture is boiling, we can reduce the heat to low and let the mixture simmer for 10 minutes. This will allow the flavors to melt together and will ensure that the steak and bone marrow are cooked through. After 10 minutes, we can serve the dish. And that's it. It really is that simple. If you're looking for a hearty, flavorful meal that's easy to make, then this recipe is for you. The steak and bone marrow are cooked to perfection and the onions and garlic add a delicious flavor. The beef broth adds a rich, deep flavor that will stick to your ribs. This dish is definitely a crowd pleaser. So next time you're looking for a special meal that won't break the bank, be sure to try this recipe. Thank you for watching and be sure to subscribe for more great recipes.